Kato Kaelin. He keeps on trucking, Lavar Burton. And columnist for USA Today, law professor Susan Estrich. And now, the star of Politically Incorrect, Bill Maher.
Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please. Oh, stop. Oh, you're just being nice to me to get to my guests. I know. I've been through this before. Anyway, we're happy to be here live from L.A. once again. And it seems like every time we come out here, there's big news. Yesterday, did you hear this? A big fire in Malibu at the home of Jeffrey Katzenberg, one of the DreamWorks team. I know. They asked him to describe it. He said it's kind of Backdraft meets the player. He's... Now, on to the really important news. Back in Washington, Senator Howell Heflin of Alabama, I believe, announced his retirement. I know, a sad day. But he is a little, he's old. I mean, he remembers when Old Spice was just called Spice. I mean, he is old. And it was good news, though, for his arch rival, Strom Thurmond, you know, he's 92. And he said now that Heflin's retiring, he's going to sleep easier at night and in the day and at breakfast and cabinet meetings. He's an old, tired man. Anyway, now here's the story. This was in Time magazine. They were talking about the environment. They said methane production. Methane. No, it's funny already, isn't it, methane? No, did you read this? 20% of it is produced from termite flatulence. And the other 80%, Ned Beatty. You know. No, but I was curious why so much from termite flatulence. I found out, don't mix wood with dairy. That's the thing, you can't. Now, did you hear this? Kmart, a couple weeks ago, they fired the head guy there, and they're searching for a new CEO. Boy, isn't that just like it? Even they can't find a Kmart employee when they need one. It's just... And I thought this was interesting. At PBS, they have announced that they are going to do a Hispanic version of Sesame Street. In the first episode, Governor Pete Wilson shows up, and all right, if you're so clever, then make up your own punchline. Well, he denies services to Ernie and Bert. That's what it does. And that's not all. In a future episode, the letter A gets killed in a knife fight. Anyway, we've got a great show, and it's all been satirized for your protection. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Let's meet our panel. First, she was Michael Dukakis' national campaign manager in his race for the presidency. Today, she's a professor at the University of Southern California Law Center and columnist for USA Today, Susan Estrich. Hello, young lady. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
What are they going to do for Kato?
Yeah, really.
He won an Emmy for his portrayal of Kunta Kinte in the landmark television series Roots. He is one of the hosts and producers of the PBS series Reading Rainbow, which just today is nominated for 6 Emmys. Lavar Burton. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you as always. All right, one of the premier comedy professionals of our time. He is the star of HBO's Larry Sanders Show, and my friend, Mr. Garry Shandling. finally, his entry into the world of celebrity can only be described as baptism by fire. Easily the most talked about man in the nation, Kato Kaelin. Thank you, pal. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. All right, panel. Welcome aboard.
Bill, before you go on, there's a lady who literally gave Kato a standing ovation. That, if I may say, that is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. This must be an easy room. I don't remember anybody in the trial standing up and going, "Ow!" Other than O.J., he was happy to see.
Jealousy is an ugly thing, Gary, and...
Did anyone give you a standing ovation?
No, no one. I think they were standing and then sat down when I came out.
Was that for me or Gary? Stand up for Gary one time.
Yeah!
A reluctant stand.
Yeah, a half stand.
Now, please, this young man has been through enough with...
I think that's the woman who was thumping on the wall. It's some sick groupie that broke in, jumped over the wall, and thumped into it and said, "I got the map. I'm trying to get to see Kato. Leave me alone."
I think she's going to thump you when she's done.
I'm sorry, Bill. I was stunned by the standing ovation. And
Now, Gary, now I promise that this young man has been through an ordeal, a baptism by fire, as we said, and he's probably had enough of lawyers, and now he's had enough of comedians.
I'm a bad boy.
You're making the lawyers look good.
Sorry, Bill.
All right.
I thought it was funny, Bill.
All right. That's all that's important because you are the biggest star in America.
Oh, gosh.
No,
Stand again.
We were together at a dinner.
Yes.
In Washington a couple of weeks ago. Were you at that dinner?
No, but I've been to them in the past.
You've been at the, because you're in politics.
Same
Okay.
food from when you were there.
It was actually better then.
That veal was not
Right?
veal.
It's old.
Anyway, I got in a little bit of trouble. Not nearly the kind of... I got in a lot of trouble. Thank you, Lavar. Not nearly the kind of... I was hired to do this, by the way. I didn't just show up. And they thought I was out of line, and my question is, I think they're out of line. I think that Washington is out of touch. Let me just tell you a couple of things that they thought. These were a couple of jokes I think are innocuous. They were very upset about. Mayor Marion Barry. I said he had a...
Say no more.
He had a plan to get drugs off the street 1 gram at a time. Is that...
Well,
very funny.
Now, Bill, I'm offended by that. As a professional comedian, you do not do crack jokes in front of Marion Barry. You do hooker jokes. So that was a mistake you made.
Another one here was about Senator Phil Graham. I said his slogan is, for people who don't think Bob Dole is mean enough. I said he's so tough on immigration, he's going to have his wife deported.
That's very
Now, well, his wife is Korean-American. That's, you know. Now, Lavar, you're Korean. Do you find that offensive as a...
I think that why you got into trouble for that remark is because you are not of Asian extraction.
Uh-huh.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So you're saying I should have had my eyes done before I did the gig? That seems unreasonable to me.
But
anyway,
it's okay. It's okay for an Asian American to tell a joke like that, but it's not okay for a white boy, which is clearly what you are.
You can only do it on your own terms. Okay, I have to take a break. We're way over time, but we will come back.